Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not subbed to me by now? My content is fire, from stop motions, news videos, reviews, music occasionally. All my social media accounts are linked down below, and now, let's get straight to it. Okay, what is up, guys? Got some Rise of the Beast leaked news to talk about today. Spoilers, so if you don't want to listen and read along with me, click away from the video or skip to the end where I'm going to be talking about some toy news. But anyway, this person posted on the movie boards on TFW yesterday morning by the name of Elaine, I don't know how to pronounce that, WFM. They banned him. He made a couple posts, and I found one of the posts. I think the other ones were like toy-related posts or something, so nothing with those other ones. But this one right here was about Rise of the Beast, and he says here, spoiler about the Predacons. The only Predacons are Scorponok and his army of sand spears. Scorponok is the large black hairy scorpion we see lunging at Primal, while sand spears are the smaller scorpions with reddish decos whom we see in the trailers. No other Predacons appear. So that pretty much lines up with what we've seen of this movie and in other leaks that we've heard, that we're going to get a little taste and tease of the Predacons in Rise of the Beast, but there's not going to be too much else going into them in this movie, at least. Hopefully, we get them fleshed out more in the sequel or in the rumored Beast Wars prequel film that's been in development for the past few years now. So I'm just hoping that we get more than just scorpion drones for the Predacons, because if they were smart enough and they wanted to sell more stories, characters, toys, and merch, they would bring in the other Predacon characters that we all know and love. Bring in Megatron, Black Arachnia, Inferno, Waspinator, just come on, Tarantulas, let them all in, you know? So I don't mind this because there's already a lot of characters in this movie, and the plot is simple enough, so I don't want to confuse anything adding in more Predacon characters. So just a little tease and taste of the Predacons in this movie is good enough with me, with Scorponok and his main drones, the Sand Spears. I wonder if they're actually going to be called Sand Spears in the movie, because that is the name that Hasbro gave to these smaller drones in the mainline toys for Rise of the Beast, that Scorponok and Sand Spear 2-pack that recently came out as a buzzworthy Target exclusive the past few days. So that would be interesting to see if they just go by unnamed drones or if they're actually going to be called Sand Spears. So and Scorponok being the bigger, black, hairier version of the Scorpion army is pretty funny. I hope he has more color in the movie, because it seems like the color grading was messed with in one of the more recent spots. I'm not sure. I don't know where to find it, because I haven't been watching the recent spots too closely, because I don't want to spoil any new scenes for myself like I've been saying these past couple videos. But I have seen and heard that there is a TV spot from the past couple of days where there's an updated version of the scene with Primal and Scorponok duking it out a little bit, and there's some added sort of blue and I think teal or green colors on Scorponok. So I hope he has more color in the movie and he's just not black or gray or silver or whatever. So yeah. And then about the TERRORCONS here, all 4 vehicle TERRORCONS die. Transit is killed in the beginning by Optimus Prime. Nightbird is killed by Bumblebee. Battletrap killed by Optimus and Scourge. And Scourge killed by both Prime and Primal. So this differs from what we heard a few months back during the December test screenings. I think the rumor back then was that Nightbird and Battletrap survive and they go to Unicron at the end of the movie with their failed mission, and Unicron basically does his own Thanos type thing at the end of Age of Ultron, like, fine, I'll do it myself, you know. So this differs from what we heard at first. I was hoping at least Nightbird makes it out, because it seems like there's more to her character when she was first revealed back in June of 2021 to be a former Decepticon. So I hope they delve into that either in this movie, or if she indeed does survive in the sequel, to actually bring in more of the Decepticon threat to the sequels in this universe. So I don't know how I feel about this. I think who they get killed by is sort of fitting. Nightbird by Bumblebee, I was hoping it would be RC giving the final blow to Nightbird if she does die in this movie. But Bumblebee, I guess, works. It's okay. Scourge being killed by both Prime and Primal as a joint effort, I do like. It sort of gives a nice payoff for the two main heroes of the movie, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping that the bad guys would survive this movie for a sequel, at least Nightbird or Nightbird and Battletrap, because that's what we heard in the test screening leaks from a few months back. So I don't know how I feel about this just yet. I gotta see the execution of this in the final battle and how they die and the teamwork and how the scenes are put together. So yeah, I'm not too sure about this. We'll see when the movie comes out in a few weeks. I don't hate this, but I'm not really amazed by this news either. It just seems like a cliche kill off the villains that were introduced within the same movie. You know, there's not really anything new with the villains here in terms of them dying. So, and then he says, spoiler about the Maximals, Ape Link killed by Scourge, Airazor does not transform in the movie. This lines up with a theory video that I did a couple weeks back that Airazor will not be transforming in Rise of the Beast, and there's evidence within the toys and merchandising to back this up. It seems like more and more people on the inside are getting word that Airazor may indeed not transform at all in Rise of the Beast, and it will not surprise me if it turns out that she doesn't. And we're definitely going to find out if a lot of these details are true or not come next week, I believe, next weekend, when the world premiere in Singapore kicks off for Rise of the Beast. So we're going to be getting a lot of leaks in the next week or two leading up to the release of this movie. I don't know if I'm gonna be covering it. I might. You guys will definitely see if I do. But Ape Link being killed by Scourge, we sort of guessed this. By the way, Ape Link was not mentioned at all during the test screening, so there's a lot of details that people are missing when they first saw this movie early on, along with, you know, the CGI and scenes not being fully finished, so people aren't really seeing everything you should be seeing in these scenes. So it's weird to me that or not weird, it's more so interesting to me that Ape Link was not mentioned at all in any of these leaks until now, until we see him in the TV spots. And him being killed by Scourge, I'm glad they picked a D-list character, not somebody like a Season 1 Beast Wars favorite like Rat Trap or Tigatron. They chose a D-list Beast Wars era character that's from BotCon comic books in the early 2000s with the Wreckers, which is pretty crazy that we're getting Ape Link in this movie. But yeah, these two things sort of figured, and I did a theory video on Airazor, so this doesn't surprise me too much. And a spoiler about the Autobots, this person writes, Stratosphere survives the whole film, Mirage too, but he is badly damaged in the final battle. So yeah, this lines up with what we've heard so far. Stratosphere, he has a couple scenes in robot mode. He transforms a few times. His job is mostly just to get the Autobots from New York City to Peru, and while they're in Peru, they use him as transportation wherever else they need to go within South America. And also, we see in the TV spots and in trailer 2 that Stratosphere is the one that drops down Bumblebee during the final battle to help the Autobots and Maximals when a Bumblebee gets fixed up. So in Mirage, I kind of called this when we first saw him sort of with his dying scene in that one TV spot that he would probably survive because he is the new Kid Appeal character. He's definitely going to be badly damaged by the end of this final battle, but I think he is going to be fixed up and fine by the end of this movie. And there also is a post-credits or end-credits scene back in one of the earlier leaks or test screening leaks that Noah would be fixing up a brand new Porsche that turns out to be Mirage in one of these scenes. So I definitely think Mirage is going to be fine. He's not going to die, but definitely severely wounded towards the end of the final battle, definitely. We have our first look at Terran Flip Changer Twitch. This is going to be a new figure coming out for the Earthspark toy line in the next couple months. So there you go with that. Not much to talk about here. It's just her in packaging, and it's a simplistic one-step changer type figure here for her. So there you go with that. And from TFW member Ziltama, we have in-hand images of the Shattered Glass Leader Class Grimlock repaint. So yeah, I'm digging these colors a lot on this Grimlock. Definitely goes along with the Shattered Glass theme. Got some nice orange paint on the gun there. Got some nice orange and purple on the chest with the green details and purple details. I really like the silverish gray plastic that they used here. So yeah, it's a decent color scheme. I probably won't be getting this because I don't collect Shattered Glass unless if it's like characters that can also be used within your regular Generations Autobots and Decepticons shelf, like Slicer and Flame War. That's the only reason why I got those two. But yeah, pretty decent Leader Class Grimlock repaint right here for Shattered Glass. Let me know down in the comments below what do you guys think of a new one-step changer Twitch, these in-hand images of Shattered Glass Grimlock, and what do you guys think about the new info leaks for Rise of the Beast. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!